Hey gamers, you like Dark and Darker? You like roguelikes? You wish you could play Dark and Darker as a roguelike at 1,000 miles an hour while screaming and drinking like orange juice? Maybe this game for you. Oh, this is Mortal Sin. Some people may have seen me play this game on stream. This game is a roguelike. I wouldn't call it dungeon crawler, more like an RPG roguelike. You do kind of like go into a dungeon style game loop, but it's not really about the dungeon crawling, it's about the combat and the combo. This game has basically a bunch of classes, a bunch of roguelike elements, a bunch of enemies, and a bunch of ways to play. So we're gonna go over a few of them right here before we get started. You guys may have noticed the game looks a little funky, a little colorful. If you don't like it, luckily for you, you can go into the visuals of the game and change the color scheme or like the contrast, all that stuff. So this is what the game looks like long ago. That's how the game looked like long ago. This is the realistic color palette. And then we get a bunch of like crazy color palettes. You know, you can choose whatever you want. You can literally hit a random button. But yeah, you can change your saturation and your brightness, contrast, grain, blur. I'm not a huge fan of the film grain or the blur, so I usually turn it off. This game is pretty simple control scheme. Basically what you do is you move WASD, attack left mouse button, block right mouse button. You have space for kick and bash, which is a little like either a stationary bash, like a pushback, or like a charge attack where you run forward and bash. There's also an ultimate that each class has comes with, and each class also kind of has its own like, and it's kind of like a rogue like with rogue light elements. As the further you get in the game, the more gold you retain after you die. So when you die, you can choose a new class. You can play the same class. This is all your levels, all your experience, all your items, and this like as you complete achievements and areas and stuff like that on different classes. You will retain more gold in between runs. Pretty nice in the early game. There's also another mechanic called Sin, which is basically like very small stat bonuses that you can get. As you can see, these classes have their own special ability, and they also have like their own weapon. And you can see they're like different stats. I'm not gonna go over every class. You have to see that for yourselves. Also, you kind of you unlock more classes. So let's try Warlock. So Warlock starts with pretty low HP. Like Paladin starts 150, Warlock starts with 60. Pretty bad, right? You have Reactive Mind, which is they instantly trigger your projectile weapons when you parry. And parrying is in this game's time parrying. Basically, the block button, if you time it perfectly, you will get a parry, which has extra effects. Perfectionist parries grant a temporary speed boost and vulnerability. So the Warlock is actually a parry class, according to what I'm looking at right now. Basically, both of his starting skills involve getting parries. So we'll try to go for parry. He's got a special ability called Dual Cast. Cast your staff spells with no mana cost. And then parries reset dual cast cooldown. So every time you parry, you can dual cast. This class seems really about parrying, which is cool because I've never played him, but he seems neat. And his starting weapon is Hellfire, which is basically just a Hellfire staff. And it says here, prefers staffs, greatly rewards parrying. So we'll give Warlock a shot. All those bodies you've climbed, their shadows imprint on your soul. Relentless pursuit of your own ambitions, but at what cost? You're but a hollow shell. Can you bear this burden? Yep. Alright. So it's got a first-person view, kind of like Dark and Darker. I think I adjusted the field of view a little bit to like look a little better in my eyes. I increased the field of view, but you don't have to if it kind of gives you. So the Hellfire Staff is basically you charge it up like that. Do some big explosions in front of you. You can swing it normally by tapping mouse. And there's different levels of charge attack. So like say if I swing it, if I hold my mouse for a second, we'll do a slam. Like that, a big slam. If I hold it for two ticks, like that, we'll do a whirlwind. If I hold it all the way, we'll do a big whirlwind. Basically all classes kind of operate like this. So their weapon will have some sort of like quick power attack like that. And if you hold it, you'll always do like a whirlwind style attack. What your weapon is. Bottom left is my health. You can't really see it behind my head, but there it is. You have you do not have infinite heals. You actually have flasks. You have basically health flasks and mana flasks. Your mana isn't really spent the way you'd think in this game. Basically your weapons and your armor have abilities, and whenever these abilities trigger, basically you spend mana on this specific item only. And the way you get this back is you use your quote-unquote wizard oil, which is basically just mana potion. Once your item runs out of mana, the abilities no longer work. And this game is heavily ability based, so it's really good to keep your mana. We also have, I said before, there's like a combo system. You can set auto combo where the game will actually do most combos for you automatically. But you can there's like a list of like pretty intense combos you can do, starting with like the easiest ones. This one says bash, kick, whirlwind. So basically, bash, that, do a whirlwinding forward too. Bash, kick, whirlwind. Dance of the Pales, do the combo. So things like that give you extra damage and extra money or extra health or something like that. There's like a lot of items that interact with combos. This is basically your Firekeeper, like Dark Souls style, where she basically gives you like stuff, and you also unlock these oaths, which make the game harder to kind of reward you. So the Oath of Light I have here is basically Fractured Realm. Each level becomes a branching puzzle of floors and plates and locked rooms. Boards and traps appear more frequently. Rooms to other areas may appear at the end of branching paths. 4 rooms are no longer have branching paths. 4 Providence Path. Each level becomes a long winding corridor that appears in each corridor which way you go. Let's do Providence Path, where it's basically like a long winding straight corridor. For the point, like the purposes of this video, might make it a little bit easier for people to understand than a massive maze, right? Before you get started with your run, you can actually come over here and you can purchase gear, like random gear. So crafting anvil, I have gold. Like I retain some of my gold between runs, so craft some stuff. There's the temporal mortal coil. That's a new staff. Gauntlets of haste. Yeah, see how that's like another ability called combo mastery. It increases combo meter gains in duration. Temporal rifts is a holding attack or block slows nearby enemies. And then the shielding blizzard, mana shield, take reduced damage. This one's pretty cool. You take less damage without. We'll grab the mortal coil and I'll show you. You have 2 weapon slots, by the way. So now I have another weapon. I can swap between my 2 weapons. And this weapon is different than the fire staff. So, you know, you can swing it and the power attack does this. Shoots a little skull out. And there's a lot of like synergistic things you can kind of do with these sort of staves, where like you can get multiple projectiles and you can literally cover the screen specifically. And then same combos basically work with both the staves. So like dance spells, bash, kick, whirlwind. Bash, kick, and whirlwind. Let's see here. You can just keep doing this until you like, you know, you get tired of like getting stuff. There we go. And let's get in the dungeon. So this portal here is basically a secret area. And as you find these in the maps, you just go into them and you get the ability to jump when you kick, which I think looks really silly. But you can find some pretty good stuff in these secret areas, but they are like a little dangerous, so you kind of have to be careful. They kind of involve like jumping puzzles or something like that. You just kind of go through them. Try super hard not to die. There's an enemy right there. It's gonna knock me off. Yeah. The slappy wall hands are not super fun to fight. Again, we're getting another boon here, and you kind of just move on, right? Come out of the secret area, you're basically right where you started. We're gonna try to do a little special here. So whirlwind, kick, thrust. See how much damage in AoE I do from that. So let's try again. Oh, I got a parry, so I basically cooked the whole room. Whirlwind, kick, bash, whirlwind. Let's try that on some enemies. Whirlwind, kick, bash, whirlwind. That seems pretty good for a combo, right? That seems pretty good. What I just did there was I did an optional quest. Basically, there's an objective that appears inside the maps, and if you do it, you fulfill the objective. Basically, you get the ability to like get a special bonus, which sometimes is a curse removal. Sometimes it's a special piece of item or a special piece of gear. Depends on what the reward is, but removing a curse negative is pretty nice. Pretty insane actually to get rid of curses, because curses are so super bad for you. Some of them are like game breaking, so gotta be careful which curse you end up picking as well. Take that, evildoers. These guys bringing guns to a freaking staff fight. Get them guns out of here. Get them guns out of here, bro. Oh, I died. Yeah, so he's an elite. He's got that special shield around him, so I wasn't able to stagger him. If he didn't have the shield on him, he would have been staggered and I wouldn't have died there, but he hit me while I was comboing him. Gotta be careful about the elites. Those are pretty strong. So let's show a little bit of Berserker and see how big his sword is. Gigantic sword. Berserker rage, dash gain. You gain invincibility during a power strike whirlwind. And then dash gain brief invincibility next attack cooldown reduced by using non-whirlwind attacks. Alright, let's just go ahead and get after it. So let's try this area. We have him here. So basically, this is the Guts character from Berserk. Got a massive sword. Pretty good, right? Pretty strong, I'd say. I mean, I'd say pretty strong. What do you guys think? Pretty strong? Yeah, he's a funny guy. He also attacks way faster than he didn't really access. Iron Grip melee, he opens mana, rotating across you parry. Power strikes leaves a shockwave. Let's do less mana. So, kick, attack, bash, attack. Yep, pretty good. This character also doesn't like really need combos. I mean, see how much damage I'm doing without combos. This is the Unga Bunga, bro. He just got the giant sword. That's what he do. Iron Grip. Melee weapons use less mana on it. Bash, kick. Why not? Mess it up. Oh my god. Holy shit. You know what? Let's just try to survive this. I get cooked a little bit. Bash, kick. My ability's not cooldown yet. Bash, kick, ability, whirlwind. I mean, that's pretty good. I got spooked, bro. Oh, hi. Bash, kick, ability, whirlwind. That ability is pretty nice, actually. Or that combo's pretty nice. Makes you, like, invulnerable. Take this, pumpkin man. Man. Now I have basically heal on kill, which is also pretty good. That's a really nice sword too. Dang, holy moly. Alright, we're gonna fight this little mini boss here. What was it? Bash, kick, ability, whirlwind. Yeah, there it is. Seems really good. Bash, kick, ability, whirlwind. Bonk. Yeah, that's pretty strong. That combo is really good. It's basically, I feel like this game is kind of like basically picking an ability that you really like and using it in a good scenario for it. Like, for example, the Paladin has a combo, or picking a combo you like, sorry. The Paladin has a really good combo. That's about it on Berserker. He's not too complicated of a character. He just got a big sword. He swing it, a lot of damage. It's pretty cool. And then we can try the Paladin. I found. So this is the Paladin. He's the tanky guy, and I found one of his combos to be insanely good. I'll show you. The Oath of Light, Sacred Flow, Shuffle Combo Generate Combo Meter. Sounds perfect. With a trial, Sacred Reflex parries have a much stricter timing window, grants more combo meter on the shock blast. Equipment stats are reduced. All equipments now grant more skill stacks. Sorry. Let's do give it a sec. And then I do like the Morning Star's okay. Attacks like pretty fast. But I actually, ooh, damn, Power Strike Sure, Magic Blade. This is actually the best thing on Paladin. Basically, your Power Strikes make a flying sword does like a shitload of damage. It also works for your whirlwind, so you like every whirlwind spin you throw one out. What do you got here? Luck, iron grip, and then we have chaining longsword. I really like the longsword of the Paladin. Okay, so wave blade +4, so we have 5 wave blades. Watch this. Watch this. Bam. Now we have 3 swords. We don't even really need to like get much gear out of this guy. I think it'll be okay. Paladin's very strong, specifically because he's got a combo right here. Unless they nerf it, it's whirlwind and thrust. Yeah, that's a really good combo. Divine Aegis ability, bash kick, bash. Ability, bash kick, bash kick, bash. So this ability, divine bulwark, same. Ability, bash kick, bash kick, bash. That is insane. This ability literally makes Paladin, in my opinion, one of the strongest. The combo. I think this combo makes Paladin one of the strongest classes in the game. But then again, I haven't played all the classes, but you'll see why. You'll see why that's like the most overpowered thing. Oh, there goes that room. Everything in front of me just like fell over dead. Inner fire launches a fireball when you kick, roundhouse kick, and iron grip. Just use the inner fire, fireball when you kick. Because now, well, once I get boots, I'll use it. Perfect longsword. Once I get boots, I'll do a fireball every time I kick. It's really good with this combo because the combo literally does this, like that. So I'll do fireballs when I throw the kicks out as well. I think Paladin's crazy strong. Another fireball when I kick. Let's go. Boots. Yep, there we go. Then another Morningstar with Body Slam. Body Slam's also crazy strong in this character. It makes your bash deal damage increase by your defense. The character has an insane amount of defense. And so the Morningstar, in my opinion, Morningstar with Body Slam and Longsword with Wave Blade is the best way, like the strongest way to play it. Like there's like not many enemies in the game right now that would give me a big danger, but that way. We got a little mini boss action maybe. Bam. There I go. Everyone in front of me died. Basically, this combo is only limited by your ultimate cooldown, and you can get items to reduce your ultimate cooldown. If you spam this, it is insane. Ah, bad. Outside of your super combo, the Morningstar is also pretty good dash damage. Like this. Bam. Bam. Oh, jump. I don't even know how much defense I have. I guess you have to stack defense for that to do damage, but not bad, not bad. I ran out of the room. Apparently I also have Combustive Rush. I don't remember getting that, but that's pretty cool. Here, Combustive Rush, and a helmet. Wow, look at me go. I'm armored. See, I shoot a fireball out when I kick. There's a lot of like really cool interactions in this game that like build on each other and synergize and like make you just like a super juggernaut if you play well. The game gets a lot harder later on, but you can always kind of take it out. And I like the fact that like you're really rewarded for playing well. I think it's pretty cool. I do like this game a lot. So it's by the time this video comes out, the game should have released a full release out of early access on the 29th of August. So I don't want to spoil too much, but there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this game, and if you play it, let me know how you like it, and if you compare it to other like dungeon games, fantasy games. I wouldn't really call it a dungeon crawler, but I definitely think there's like some cool fun combat to be had here, and the roguelike aspect keeps it fresh. All these classes and all the new button combos that really like gives the game like pretty good longevity, and I think it's just a good time, honestly. I like roguelikes, they're fun. And this one's like, you know, I mean, you get the sweet first-person combat, plus like the insanity of like super like scaling difficulty and like loads and loads of bad boys. But also, if you play well, you can like clear the whole screen. It's a cool game. I like it a lot. But that's gonna be it for me. And whoever's good day, good night, and everything. And let me know if you play the game. Let me know what you think down below. Okay, love you. Bye bye. Mooch.